Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII-2 on the Mysterious JG. We are done with the maze! One video later than I was promising. Actually, I think you can go back 2 or 3 videos and I might have been saying, one more videos for the maze, we'll be done. But this is really and truly it for the maze. If I came back to this platform, there's a tough fight with 2 Schrodingers and a Proto-Behemoth that I kind of didn't win on screen before, but I haven't won it off screen either. I feel like I'll come back and deal with that later. I feel like I want to take out the... I want to save the world from Caius and his evil. And I saved into another slot, and... Launch Fortress. Launch Fortress. Yeah, I saved the game, and I got multiple save slots. I'm ready for things to go south and still be able to pull this together.
We better get moving. Hope's cocoon is just ahead.
But I believe as soon as we touch that thing, we have 100% map exploration. There we go, 100% map exploration. Part of me wants to back out now and get another parrot crystal, but that would be very silly. Let's do that in the post game. For now, we will continue. There's some other map. There's like 2 maps. There's another map somewhere that we're at like 98% completion. So this should be easier than 2 Schrodingers and a Proto-Behemoth, I'm guessing.
Are you watching?
Of course I am. I have nothing else to do.
I promise. Your suffering will end.
When I tickle you to death with my feather duster of doom. Alright, guys. Yeah, he turns into Bahamut. Even though Bahamut was like Lightning's thing in the last game, so I don't really get that. It's you. Oh, no, don't make us fight a bunch of these stupid guys. I'm gonna defeat this enemy that you probably could have easily defeated. Hey, Hope is here. He's traveled another 100 years in the future. Go!
Hope is here.
Here's Hope.
Good. You're okay. Of course we are.
Good. Fought well.
Get on board. He's the best pilot we have.
Who's he?
Quickly.
We're on.
Okay. Oh, hey, Mysterious Pilot.
Up there, you kids. You're on the SAS Express to the sky.
That's right. They hired me to do a line. And Dodge is here too. No explanation for where we disappeared to. They claim the DLC will explain it. That's bullshit. The DLC doesn't really explain it properly. Yeah, Zaz and Dodge are just like, you know what, let's throw them in at the end. They don't age either. Hey, yeah. Wow, hold on a second. Another thing for me to bitch about. Zaz and Dodge, I guess they can travel through time too, just like Hope, or Lightning. Or no, Hope built like a travel capsule and traveled into the future. But he aged like normal styles from like 1 AD or 1 as fuck to 10 as fuck. And in 10 as fuck, he starts inventing like weirdo future technology that allows him to go into cryogenic stasis until 400 as fuck. And apparently he just did it again. And 400 as fuck is like, well, I better build another stasis pod because Alyssa is evil. So I'll build another stasis pod and go to 500 as fuck. Snow apparently hopping around in time willy-nilly however he feels like it because of Lassie power. Zaz and Dodge, no explanation. They just, whatever time it is in the timeline, Dodge is a little kid. This game doesn't make any sense.
Is that you?
Nope.
Hey, Sarah.
I'm Zaz the 18th.
We can catch up later. First, we gotta...
What do you mean? How did Dad say he misses my classes? The only thing he ever says is occasionally he says, Dad!
Ready, Kupo. Cool, we have a boss fight on a ship. What do you want to bet that has no effect on the mechanics? Cool. Glad you're going to kill me. That's what I wanted before, right? So I switched to a paradigm that has us casting debuffs. Because bosses. Usually have lots of hit points and some capacity to be... Wow, this is going really easily. This is ridiculous. This is so much... Okay, he's immune to poison. This is so much easier than, like, some of the regular fights. Presumably he has more than one form. I guess I'll switch to Tortoise just in case Mega Flare does something. Against a single enemy character, Omega is pretty badass. He's fucking shredded Bahamut. Now, in the Final Fantasy Pantheon, Omega Weapon is more powerful than Bahamut, because Bahamut is occasionally a good guy. Omega Weapon, always a bad guy, except, I guess, in this game. But yeah, that was supposed to take 5 minutes. Sometimes the boss battle ones, the target time is inflated. More Phoenix blood. Suddenly it's dropping all over the place. Just my headset. Hopefully I won't have no nose whistle here in the ending videos. Wow, now that the super easy battle's over and it's all cinematics, things are really dangerous.
You still don't know the truth, Sarah. You are the same as you. You can see the
You don't know the truth.
Even if you save your future, you won't survive.
I know that every time I change things, I lose a part of my life. But don't you see?
I don't give a shit. I mean, crap.
I don't care.
Ooh.
I'm here to protect the future. And I will.
Snow is a terrible husband, and I don't care if I live or die.
But you shall die first.
You shall die of sadness. Profound sadness. Well, I need to, Damn, he's really intent on beating up Sarah. So I switched over to a paradigm with, specifically so that they could start, oh, chain break, eh? I switched over to a paradigm with, what do you call them, Synergist to get rid of all the negative status effects on her. I do lots of fancy poses. Like, we beat him like 100 times. He always just gets up, poses, and we have another fight. I don't know if a boss fight against just him looking like a regular dude is gonna do it at this point in the game. Alright, Noel, would you please rescue her? Yeah, thank you.
Caius!
You fight bravely to protect your friends, like a true guardian.
Like Guardian of the Moon.
You, Caius? You swore the same oath to protect you.
That's what I'm doing. I'm about to destroy all life just to protect Yule.
Everything I do is for Yule. Her spirit is bound by a curse. I will see her.
I've got Remedy Plus.
How many Yules have you met on this journey?
Oh, maybe Sarah knows this and Noel doesn't?
Sears is reincarnated without
Oh,
end
yeah.
every age.
I think this got revealed while she was alone.
Her only purpose is to die over and over.
Well, yeah,
Even though she can see the future, she's not allowed to escape her fate.
sure.
She is born knowing that she will die before she has truly lived. Countless deaths without a life to give
She
them.
deserves puberty. She's like 11 and she never lives past 11.
I will break the cycle of despair. No matter how great the sacrifice, they shall destroy time and fate itself. They mule spirit.
Will be free? Yeah. So in order to free her from constant death, she'll die permanently. But so will everyone else. Whoa. That was like a jump puzzle built into a cinematic.
Tearing apart.
Wings of night.
So you're gonna turn into Bahamut so you can fly? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Remember that time Eunice summoned Valefor right in the middle of the cinematic in a way that made sense? And it was like, oh, you can use it for more than just, you know, battles against jobbers. Because that game really set it up so that in boss fights, summons kind of, other than tanking some damage, don't do much for you. So here's these super powerful monsters that really can only be used against jobbers.
Not you.
This is probably not the time to be talking about that. But they're crystal pillar. They,
You're right. I'll see you on the new cocoon. Don't be late.
Don't be late, 'cause I'm a voodoo hoe, voodoo hoe. Lord knows I'm a voodoo hoe.
And lightning will be with us.
in what way is he protecting Vanille and Fang? They are a crystal pillar. They are... This was the time foretold that the crystal pillar will collapse. And... Never mind.
Take care.
Where's Alyssa, by the way? Did she betray us? I'm not sure if we're meant to know that.
Are you ready?
Ready?
Don't worry, Dodge. They'll be back.
Daddy. I like Sarah. I miss Sarah's classes.
All he ever says is, yeah, and daddy. Like, the idea that he said something about Sarah's classes is total bullshit. I refuse to believe it. Guess what? He's in the next game, and guess what? He's still a little kid, and he still doesn't do anything. There is no, like, future sexy Dodge like we have future sexy Hope in this game.
It's Valhalla.
Pretty cool, huh? Wait, why are we here? Oh, yeah.
This is Odin. His lightning
You can actually get Odin as a character, but I didn't do that particular side quest.
She's watching you try to save the future and lending you a hand.
Well, if that's what you choose to believe, sure.
Not just me. She's helping you too, Noel.
I think it's just because I'm here. Whoop! She's not here to help us. Oh, at least we landed upright.
Here in Valhalla, the chaos is my ally.
The beautiful Bobby to my sweet Stan.
Decide the true history.
By summoning Jim Cornette. Gee, a fight with Caius. Who would have guessed? You know, I'll tell you what. If there's one thing that this game has, whether you think he's a lame villain or not, you have a villain that we kind of know what he's after. We know what he's doing. Most of Final Fantasy XIII, we really didn't know what the hell was going on with the villain. And while, you know, actually we spent quite a lot of this game not knowing what the hell the villain's up to, now that I think about it, at least we have a consistent villainous presence. Stand up and pose. Go figure. I'm not going to bother to switch to a turtle paradigm for Ultima this time. It's not even doing that much. Boy, this is really anticlimactic. This isn't the end. I mean, I've got a couple more boss fights to go, but between a fully powered up Omega weapon as a monster, and I guess having a bunch of extra fragments, this is way easier than I remember it having been a long time ago when I played this. Now, before you despair, folks, like after you win the post game, you can go through and play this ending sequence again to get an optional additional cinematic sequence. And I think in order to do that, you have to, without really getting into the game mechanic too much, you play through the whole thing again with the difficulty ramped up. So we have the potential for this to actually feel a little bit more epic to get the ultimate super ending.
Kill me, not now.
Ready?
I'm just going to pop back up and pose if you kill me.
Do you think this will make you happy?
Me murdering you?
What are you talking about? I've known and protected hundreds of Yules. They had the same soul. Every one of them was unique.
No, they weren't. They were just a bunch of Cali girls.
A Yule who loved to sing.
A Yule who likes shopping and boys.
Collected flowers.
That really all sounds pretty
They
consistent.
all died. All of them. Before my eyes.
You know, Caius, that sounds pretty crappy, but you're trying to kill all of humanity. I don't think it's an even trade.
She chose to live again, so she could be with you.
Even though I want her, I guess I'm fessing up to the fact that she's into you now.
I only ever knew the one you. That was enough.
To know that I need to kill Snow and get with Sarah.
Don't know where,
She
don't know
was
when.
smiling when she died. She believed in the future.
She believed the children of the
knew.
future.
We'd meet again.
Don't know where, don't know when.
Think, Caius, think. Was it really a curse? Was it forced on her by Etro?
Oh, yes.
You really think that Yule wanted to die and not come back?
She'd probably prefer not to die at all.
Yule wanted to come back.
I know that in my
Every time she died in your
left nipple.
arms, she wanted to come back. She knew her next life would be short. She knew
Did she know?
because she wanted to see you. Again and again without end.
Without end and without end.
Enough no more.
Too many lies. Too many lies.
You believe me?
It should be like Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty when they say, you've got to believe me, but the L-I-E in believe is capitalized and the rest isn't, so it says lie. Oh my god. Sorry. Hey, I think we actually kind of defeated Caius here. I don't remember exactly how the final boss battles roll out, but... Yep, he's being consumed with chaos energy. He's going to turn into a yokai. He's going to turn into some big centipede that just messes us up 30 times in a row before we finally win. And then I claim victory even though I lost 30 times and won once. I'm like, yes, I totally owned that boss. Oh, never mind. He's decided that he's going to come back as a giant monster. And by never mind, I mean, of course. I know that Yule wants to die permanently, and also she wants me to be a giant monster. And she wants all of humanity to be destroyed. Yule is a pretty screwed up girl. Oh, here we go. Now we're talking final boss. Start! Are we in like our ultimate fantasy dream world where everything's perfect and Noel is in terrible reality again? Now we're just underwater. It's different from a dream fantasy world. There's a slight difference between being underwater and being in dream fantasy world, apparently. Alright, you knuckle knobs.
To keep hope alive.
It's lowercase hope. Lightning. Why aren't you helping?
Well, because apparently Omega Weapon's better commander than I am. Jerks.
Alright, final battle time. Why are there 3 dragons now? Which one did Caius turn into? Who the hell knows? So I don't really remember the strategy for this fight, but I think with the 3 different enemies, we don't really have a lot of time for debuffs. So I'm going to start out trying debuffs, because that's my usual strategy against bosses. Well, at least I'll try to get rid of the buffs that it's got. I do remember is that, you see how there's 3 of them, but we only seem to have 2 targets? You have to defeat these 2 before you can target the first one. But... or before you can target the main one. But I remember for sure the main one brings the other 2 back periodically. So you have to, like... you have to take them out and then damage the main one while you have the opportunity. Although, really, this is not being that hard right now. Because I don't think Amber Bahamut was even doing anything there. But everything other than Relentless Assault seems to be a waste of time, because Relentless Assault is just killing me. And that being said, I'm going to go straight to Relentless Assault against Jet Bahamut.
Jet.
Dark Flames. This is probably more dangerous now than it was before, but... okay, maybe I'll try to put some debuffs on it now. Because it's always good to have D-Protect and D-Shell on a guy when you No, don't bother with poison. We know that's not going to work. But it's usually a good idea to have deprotect and de-shell on something when you stagger it. But, you know, if you don't, whatever. Let's do Ultima Arrow, because that's her special move. That will increase the meter. Probably need to actually be a little careful of this. Kind of almost died there. Because I'm being really aggressive. The annoyance here is that I staggered it and then had to heal in the middle, which you don't generally want to do. Did that just kill me? I think I killed... No, I won. Huh. I was switching to the commando thing in order to attack. I guess it got killed while I was switching. Because I think that was the final boss fight. Well, I knew that we were kind of OP. I didn't think we were that OP. Because apparently that was supposed to take over 10 minutes. This is definitely one of those games. Definitely one of those games that makes your voice crack. No, this is definitely one of those games where the final story bosses are not the most dangerous part of the game. Where there's optional super bosses that put the story boss to shame. But I didn't think I was going for a total Final Fantasy X situation where I had to go out of my way to set up a separate save slot where my party was just strong enough to handle the end game without crushing it. Whereas you go and do all the side bosses in the monster arena, you can basically two-shot the final boss. And the reason you can't one-shot it is because it has two forms. And if you do enough damage to kill it completely in one hit, it just switches to its second form. But yeah, I believe we won the game there. But maybe there's more. Honestly, it would be kind of convenient if we just won the game. Because I can call it a session. But yeah, once a guy transforms into 3 dragons and you still defeat him, he's probably got to give it up. Thank you for that upskirt shot. That was not my fault. Can't put that one on me. So she's either wearing black biker shorts that absorb all shadow underneath her skirt, or there's just a complete void of darkness coming from between her legs. Yeah, that's it. I think from here there might be a cinematic action and then just the ending scene. I hope I have time to figure this out. I really don't like the cinematic action things. They're just annoying.
Noel, you told me that Yule is reborn because of me.
Did you mean that? Because that really made me feel great.
We must free Yule. Kill me.
Don't.
You're the only one that can end this eternal torment.
No. You're a wonderful man. Kill me. Noel has to take the Philosopher's Legacy to the Patriots, or, not the Patriots, well, never mind. Philosopher's Legacy, folks. Then you can become Big Caius.
Even if it were for Yule's sake, I wouldn't want to kill you.
You're not the boss of me.
Dead. I killed her with my own hands.
Okay, now I'll kill
Will
you.
you allow me to go unpunished?
He's lying.
In Valhalla, time does not flow as it should.
It's
Long
like
before we began our battle here.
every day is like one of the Sunday afternoons when you were a kid, when, like, you know, like Christmas was coming, but it wasn't here yet, and you're waiting for your presents. And never mind, JG's is way off topic here.
I had already faced her. Now she sleeps, never to wake.
She's like the
Things that shall
anti-Yule.
happen in your future have already been decided in my own past.
I come from everywhere
I
and
know
nowhere.
How it begins and how it ends.
Then you should know you can't provoke me.
I'm immune to that particular status ailment.
I'm not going to kill you.
That's right. You hate to kill anyone.
Look,
don't
I've
you?
killed lots of people, just not you.
Noel, born at the end of days. understand the true value of life.
You were born at the end of days, unlike Baron Corbin, who is...
You will kill me, Noel.
Not making any sense at all.
Oh man, you just threw dirt in my face.
And what do I need to do?
The moment I cease to exist, you shall be released from your fate.
And then the third game can begin and somehow be connected to all this. Show mercy. I'm not killing him. I'm not letting him tell me what to do. Although, as I recall, it doesn't really matter. You can't make me kill you, jerk.
Give it up. I won't do it.
Okay, I'll just kill Sarah then.
Impressive.
Most impressive.
No!
He who can change time must choose between those who die and those who live. You
How
must
does
bear
that
the
make
burden.
sense? Girl, you're gonna carry that weight.
Paradox.
Boy. So it doesn't matter. You choose to spare. Like, if you kill him, I guess next time we play through this, I'll choose to kill him. See if it changes anything. You feel like less of a dink if you actually got to have some kind of say in what happens. Well, so how come this time he doesn't just fall down, then get up and pose like he did every other time? And now I'm gonna turn into 6 dragons. And you gotta kill 4 of them before you're allowed to kill the other 2. This would be
No.
a lot more tragic if he
He
hadn't
always
apparently
wanted to
been
come
trying for
back
this
here,
all along.
didn't he? He wanted to come back here to die.
What is here? It's
thought if he
Valhalla.
did, you could end Yule's cycle of rebirth.
But he can't. His death
This
means
way,
nothing.
All the Yules that are called back to Valhalla,
Uh-huh.
they can be with him here. They don't have to return to be born again.
Oh, now it totally makes sense. Yeah, that
He
cleared
heard
everything
you.
up.
In the end, he believed what you told him.
That he lied about killing Lightning? Oh, no, the thing about
This is a
her coming
world
back from
that
him,
gives
yeah.
birth to infinite possibilities. But that's all there are. Possibilities.
Infinite
There's no
possibilities,
death
though.
here, but no real life either.
Oh, it's like, well, insert joke about not having a life here. I was gonna say something about LPing, but, you know, insert your own joke about who doesn't have a life.
The Yules that returned to this place chose a different fate. They wanted to be born again.
So, they're
They need
big into
immortality.
Jesus? Oh, but I thought if
They
you're
wanted
into
reality.
Jesus, you were into immortality, so they're born again, right?
But Caius wanted something different. Something he thought was better than life. A
Celebrity?
dream where he could protect the spirits of all the Yules forever.
He's a Dreamweaver?
But I'm not like him.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to find her. Find my Yule. It doesn't have to be forever.
It doesn't have to be the right Yule, actually. There's an infinite number of them for me to choose from.
Just
I might find one that's just like the one I used to know, but is really kinky.
I want to be with her in the future.
I don't like you, Sarah, so stop asking.
Build a new future.
But I want Snow back, apparently.
I never wanted to hurt anyone. I didn't want to lose my Yule. I didn't want to lose any of them.
Why is this...
No one deserves to die.
Well, I don't know about that. Kai has tried to kill
Not
all of
even you.
humanity.
Farewell.
Please enjoy this kooky sword. And he goes to the far plane. To hang out with Orn and Braska. And Jack, I guess. And Titus, if you don't get the good ending. Final Fantasy X-2.
You resolved the final paradox, Kubel.
Oh, right, so everything's
The
perfect and there's,
timeline is back to how it
we're not
was.
going to need another game.
Kubel.
Bow, bow,
Sarah,
bow, bow.
feeling okay? When the timeline changed, did you see anything? I mean, did you feel any pain?
I mean, are you about to die?
No. I feel great.
Good.
Well, maybe I'm going to start dying infinitely and respawning.
Okay.
I don't think she's here, Kubel.
She probably would have said something.
Wait. You don't think that Caius really...
No, that was just a lie. Now that the timeline is is fixed. She's back in her own world.
She's not here because she's been replaced by Omega Weapon. Omega Weapon is the new Knight of the Goddess Etro.
Paradoxes are resolved. The gates will disappear soon.
Well, then why are they appearing at all?
We better hurry on back.
Right.
Listen,
This will take us to 500 AF.
which is not where I want to
That's where we'll
go.
be living now. 500.
Wait, why? Why would you be living in 500 AF? What the fuck? What? No, all the timelines are restored. Everything is back to normal. Let's go 500 years into our future for no reason. It would be nice if Noel gets to live in some other time, because if he goes back to his normal timeline, now that Caius and Yule are done being reborn. Because, hey, you know, whatever the game says about Yule being reborn, Caius got killed and got reborn a lot, too, at the end of every single boss fight. Yeah, he's going back to live by himself at the end of time. So he might have a good reason to want to hop into 500 as fuck. Whatever.
Years in my future.
Why?
Maybe lightning will be there.
Or maybe not. Maybe she's where she's supposed to be and you should go there.
Future lightning fought to protect. It's the start of a brand new era.
It's the third age of Middle
What
Earth.
about Fang and
Or
Vanille?
Middle
They'll be
Cocoon.
there for sure. And don't forget, Hope is in that time as
Why
well.
would they be there? Well, I guess they'll be there because they were in that pillar that's going to uncrystallize. So maybe that makes
Look into
sense.
the sky and see the new cocoon above us.
Everything's hunky-dory.
We'll be waiting there, Kubo.
That's another character we
We'll
forgot.
see. That'll be up to Lightning, I think.
She's probably murdered him by now.
Yeah. Let's go.
Let's go to 500 AF because for some reason we've decided everyone's going to be there, even though it doesn't make any sense at all.
But they end up in a temporal paradox where Revolver Ocelot has been killed while you were trying to rescue Dr. Sokolov, or whatever his name was. And, yeah. Better shield.
Detected in the pillar. Collapse is imminent.
Space Destroyers are busting out.
We're pulling out.
I was about to say I can call it a video here, but I don't think there's that much ending left. So I think we'll just let this one go long. Unless I ended up splitting the video. And if I do, I hope I have the sense to do it here. I guess you'll find out in a second.